Okay, we're live. Oh my goodness, we got it. Hi guys, this is Carrie. Welcome to A Crone's Life.
This is Kim from Witchy Wallflower.
Today we're going to do a video response to an old hashtag called One Deck Gone Wild. I first saw it on Christa's Chronicles.
I seen it on Candy's channel, Soul and Soil. Candy Soul and Soil's channel.
And I picked the Witch's Wisdom tarot deck.
I picked the Wild Unknown.
And it turns out that Kim and I have several of the same questions, so we're just going to kind of go back and forth.
Yeah.
Did you want to go first?
Yes, but I don't have my prompts. I gotta go grab my prompts. Maybe you want to go first.
Okay,
Because I
sounds
left
good.
my prompts in the other room. Let me go grab them.
No problem. So the first prompt for both of us is, why did you pick this deck? And I picked this deck because I love it. I am intrigued by the different layout of the major arcana. I'd like to spend more time with it, and I thought that this would be a good opportunity for me to get a little bit more in depth with the cards and just ask it some fun questions. So
I'm
so
back.
all
What'd you say,
right.
Carrie? Why did you pick that deck?
Because it's got such a different layout of the major arcana, and I've always wanted to work with it a little bit more, dive a little deeper, ask it some
Oh,
silly questions.
learn it. Oh, okay, well, that was my first prompt too that I picked. Why did you pick this deck? And I picked it because it was my first tarot deck ever. I'd never been introduced to tarot, and I wanted to learn the deck. And it was my first deck that anybody had ever gifted to me. And this was my first copy here. I colored it. I took a marker to it and colored it, and I modded it. I took the borders off and I edged it in black. Here's the
Oh,
backs. That was my first deck ever.
wow, that is so cool. So you have a backup copy.
Yeah, well, I even have a backup copy of this. This is an indie deck of the first edition. I even have a backup copy of that, and I didn't mean to get a backup copy of that. I bought it on accident. I meant to buy the Animal Spirit, and I ended up buying two copies of the indie first edition.
Isn't that funny?
So I have a back
Cool.
copy of that. Anyway, that's why I picked this deck, is because it was my first deck, and now it's my favorite deck.
That's so cool. Well, I'm hoping this will be a favorite deck for me, but I'm still getting to know it. So, the second prompt is favorite set of minors, and I cheat all the time on these VRs. You probably know that already, Kimmy. I just can't. I can't pick one thing, but I love the aces. Let's try to get the glare off of this. So the aces are all really cool,
Oh, those are
but
nice.
yeah, they're pretty cool. I'm not staying in focus or in the screen. So that was the aces, and then my other favorite is the tens. And 10 is completion, and it's like the end of the cycle, or the final number in the suit. And this just was all so pretty and perfect. I couldn't pick between the ace and the 10.
Right.
So the ace is the root or the seed of that energy, and then the 10 is the completion. So I mean, that worked out for me. So I got that.
Right. Well, my second prompt was also my favorite set of minors, and I picked the whole suit. I picked the suit of swords, and the reason I picked the suit of swords is because I'm an air sign, and the suit of swords is the air sign, and
Oh, cool.
they chose the an owl for the court cards in here, and owl is they use an owl as a sign of wisdom and intellect. So I like that they use that in the swords. They don't use
Oh,
a lot of
that's.
color in this deck in the swords. Here's a rainbow on the Six of Swords, but they're
I'm an
pretty.
air sign too. I'm a
Are you?
Gemini.
I'm a
Yeah.
Gemini.
When's your birthday?
May 27th.
You are freaking kidding me.
No, are you?
That's my birthday.
Is that yours?
May 27th?
Oh my gosh! No
Yes.
way.
Yeah.
We're birthday twins.
I love it. See, yet another thing we have in common. I'm so excited.
That is crazy. Oh wow.
Too cool.
That is
Okay.
cool.
I'm going to go on to the third prompt because I'll get distracted really easily.
Okay.
Favorite representation of the color blue.
What you got?
This whole deck is full of blue, but my favorite one is the healing card.
Oh, that is pretty.
Isn't it neat? And you can just see the shadow of human forms still in blue right
Yeah,
back there behind the dandelions. I just think that's so pretty.
that's awesome.
Yep, that's mine.
That's yours. Well, I put mine up. Mine is the butterfly here.
Ooh,
I think that was my favorite representation of the color blue. They didn't have a lot of them in this deck, but I found that one. I think that's my favorite.
nice. And what card is that one? I have a hard time seeing it from here.
Oh, that's the Six of Wands.
Six of Wands. Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's celebrity or victory, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Number four, what card shifts your perspective? And I got the first card of the deck. It's the, because the major arcana are backwards, this is the world.
Right.
So basically, what we're seeing here is that her world is burning and she's trotted off to go make a new life. And retreated into nature rather than being in the chaos of the city.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look at the world card in a Rider Waite Smith deck, I think of the completion, like we're all one and we're together in this, and um, uh, just just basically like the wholeness of the world.
Right.
But when I look at this one, I think of how the world isn't necessarily so backwards, isn't necessarily this um this part of the world. Like we're
Yeah.
in the city or we're in civilization, but the world is really nature. It's really getting out and being more aware of nature.
Mm-hmm.
And so it really made me think completely in a different way about what the world card means. So
Right. I see what you're saying. That's neat. Well, mine uh is the Seven of Cups, and it didn't shift my perspective until I got this deck, because in the guidebook it says the Seven of Cups is about illusion, and I always thought the Seven of Cups was about choice.
hmm
Um, and I don't know. What do you think, Carrie? Is it about illusion or choice?
well, I think that it depends on the state of mind that you're in, because illusion is part of the Rider Waite Smith symbolism. Let me grab this deck.
I need to get the guide this too, because and even in this card in the imagery it shows it as like an illusion.
So in the Rider-Waite-Smith, I'm yanking it out now. There's a lot of clouds in the background. So you've got the
Yeah,
cups in the foreground with all the choices in the cups, but
right.
it also is showing tons of clouds. And clouds, the symbolism of clouds in the Rider-Waite-Smith is usually confusion or not clarity of mind. So the illusion of the symbolism of illusion makes sense. Here it is.
Hmm.
And I don't think there's another card, like maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think there's another card that has quite as much cloud depiction as this one.
Yeah,
So so yeah, that would be the symbolism. But I think it could mean either, depending on how you're reading it at the time,
right.
because all these decisions are really in the foreground. It is the first thing that you see. It's the clouds that are in the background. Um, so if you're feeling like maybe I'm lying to myself, or maybe I'm believing somebody else's words instead of what I know is true, that could be the illusion that you're feeding into, or
Yeah.
that's feeding into the reading. So,
Let me see if I can grab this guidebook and see what it says. Sorry, I'm bumping the camera. All right.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, I do too. I don't mean to. I'm sure they understand. It says the
Right.
Seven of Cups is the most welcome card. It indicates you'll face temptation in many aspects of your life. Whether it's cheating for pleasure or for money, you'll soon realize you've been building a house of cards. You may feel as though you can't see clearly, can't judge right from wrong or up from down. This is the spell of the Seven Cups. It's best to remove yourself for a while, step back until you can see straight again. But then the keywords are illusion, deception.
Mhm. Yeah, the Rider-Waite-Smith. This is written by Sasha Graham. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she has
Yeah,
keywords that are imagination, possibility, reflection, sentiment, dreams, contemplation, array of choices, projection of imagination, and just I think desire, will, determination, and a project. A figure gazes at projected images floating in the air. Are they his imagination? Or are they true possibilities? He must choose.
yeah.
I think it's a great card. I would
It just
love to.
does shift my perspective because I always thought, for some reason, the only thing that always popped in my head was choice.
Hmm.
Because I seen the Seven Cups with the different things inside, and that was the only thing I could focus on was you have a choice. And that's not exactly what all it's about. It's about a lot more than that.
Right. And it's really funny. When I first started reading tarot, the Seven of Cups to me symbolized shopping.
Really?
Really, because so I have like my devil card, my vices. I like to shop. I don't necessarily buy things like all the time that I'm shopping. I don't have to get something, but I'm almost addicted to shopping. So I can shop online and it satisfies this thing. Or when we're out and about, traveling or whatever, window shopping, going in, looking at things. That's just, I don't know. It's something that I love. And so when I first started reading tarot, just the way it came up in my readings, it meant shopping.
Right, right.
And it was either a good thing or a bad thing depending on how it landed. But yeah, and that's I guess that's just a personal thing, but now it can mean so many other things. It's not just that,
Yeah.
but I'll always kind of come back to that like, oh, it's they're talking to me about shopping.
I love to shop. I love to shop online too.
Oh, it's very satisfying to me.
Yes, it is.
Okay, prompt number 5. Which card would you hang in your house? Ooh. I got the Craftsman of Earth, which I believe is the Knight of Pentacles.
Where
I
would
don't
you
know.
have that?
Huh? Where would
Where
I
would
hang it?
yeah.
In my living room because I have plants all over my house, so it would just blend right in.
Oh yeah.
I
That's
love
cool.
it.
That's
It's
cool.
so pretty to me.
Yeah. Well, that's my next question. This what I have for 5 is your favorite animal that's represented, and I have a butterfly because
Oh,
I like the change that they go through from a caterpillar to a butterfly,
mm-hmm.
and I just
Transformation.
yeah, I just love the change that they go through. I just think that's neat. I just love to see the change that they go through. That's the 2 of Pentacles, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was going to look up. I couldn't remember what the Craftsman of Earth was. Let me see.
Yeah.
Fire, water, earth. So the page is the messenger. The witch is the knight. The craftsman is the queen. And the goddess is the king. So that would be the Queen of Pentacles.
Okay.
So number 6, something that sets this deck apart, and I've already kind of mentioned it. The major arcana are backwards,
Yeah,
and
that's so weird to me. I don't know how you could get used to that.
yeah, I mean, I try to just disassociate this deck from all the other decks. Like, do you read like Toast or
No.
other systems? Do you read Marseille or anything?
No, I've got a Marseille deck. I just haven't learned the system yet.
Yeah, that's basically it. Is you just kind of have to think of it as a different system,
Uh-huh.
and I don't mind going to the guidebook for whatever,
Yeah,
um, whatever meanings I don't quite get. So I just kind of let myself go,
yeah,
disassociate this from Rider Waite Smith. That's all.
right.
I thought that I pulled these out. I guess I did. Okay. So the Council of All Beings. This is the. Is this? It's not the Fool card. This is the. No, it's not the World card either, because the first one was the World card. I don't know. See, I'm trying to make it make sense for you guys, but there's the Pilgrim. She's the Fool. Okay, so that is the World card. And the Moon is 4. The Sun is 3. Initiation is 2. Council of All Beings. Priestess. Okay, yeah. So Council of All Beings is the Magician.
Is it?
hmm And then the Priestess. And then I don't have them in order, so I can't tell you. The Empress, the Great Mother. The Guardian is the Emperor. The Hierophant is the Wisdom Keeper. So, yeah, it's just a matter of, thinking of it as a different system.
Yeah. What number are we on?
6.
Did you answer 6?
Yes, that's the what sets this deck apart for me. I think you said
Oh,
it's the thing that hangs in your house.
okay, yeah. What card would you hang in what room of your house? I would hang the Ace of Swords, this card in the bedroom at my house.
Oh, cool.
I think
Coco says hi, by the way.
Coco.
Yeah.
I
Hi,
have a
Coco.
Coco. Who's Coco? Hi, Coco. My puppy's name is Coco.
Oh, what kind of puppy?
Pomeranian.
Love Pomeranians. We had one when I was growing up, and my mom, her parents had him when she was growing up. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Who's
sorry
close
about the
for you?
Coco. Coco is the other. She's another tarot tuber. She's
Oh.
Coco Tarot, I believe.
Oh, hi, Coco.
I'm sorry. You go right ahead with that Ace of Swords. It is a beautiful card.
Yeah, I think it's gorgeous. I would hang it in my bedroom.
You know, if you turned it upside down, it would look like a cross.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I like that better.
Um,
All right. What you got for number 7?
Number 7, who would you gift a copy to if you could? And I don't have a picture of her or anything, but I would give this deck to my mother as a younger person. Like when she was in her 30s or late 20s, I would give my mom this deck if I could have. Um, because you know she's so religious and spiritual,
Yeah.
but she's always had these witchy tendencies. Like I can remember finding her little stashes around the house, like in her jewelry box and um in the bathroom, like just little stashes of crazy things like pine cones and seeds and dried flowers and I mean just the craziest little she collected rocks wherever she went. I mean
Yeah.
feathers, just the craziest stuff. And I feel like if she could have just let go of all the pretense of witchiness and just been able to do her own thing, she would
Yeah.
have been so much happier in her life. You know, she would have been able to accept a lot of that contradiction that she had in herself. So
Yeah.
I would do that for my mom.
Oh, well. I wish you could have done that. What number was that?
7, I think.
Oh, yeah, okay. I have for number 7, what card would be your pet?
Ooh.
Let's see what I have here. I picked the strength card. I would take a lion for a pet.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
would
think
be
people
an
would.
awesome
I don't
pet.
think anybody would mess with you if you had a lion.
No. I would brush its big mane.
Oh, that does sound snuggly, doesn't it?
Yeah, that would be my pet.
Um, well, I have number 8 is my deck's favorite fragrance, and I said the smell of a forest or like cedar or pine. I
Really?
just feel like this is a foresty kind of deck, so it would like the smell of a forest.
Well, that's cool. Yay.
So that's number 8.
Okay. For number 8, I have draw 3 random cards, bed, wed, behead. So I gotta shuffle them first.
Sure.
I do this by myself. I play this game when I get bored.
Oh, cool. There used to be a game on our shorts here on YouTube where somebody would have like a murder mystery. Do
Yeah.
you ever see those? I never learned how to play it, but it looks so fun.
No, I've never seen them.
I have to look them up, see if I can send you a reel or two.
Okay. I can't believe we have the same birthday.
I know I'm still in shock. It's so
That crazy.
cool.
I got the Daughter of Swords, the Chariot, and the Four of Cups. Well, let's see. I would have to, let's see. Bed the Daughter of Swords, behead the Four of Cups, and wed the Chariot.
That makes so much sense. That's cool.
Yes, that's what I would have to do.
And that's cool that the chariot's the horse. It's a very pretty drawing. I like that.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
It is.
There's a lot of pretty cards in this deck.
My
That's why I
daughter actually has
deck.
the oracle. I don't have either one, but yeah, my daughter has the oracle.
I finally got the first edition of the Oracle. So I have the first edition of both of them.
That's so cool.
Goes with
Um,
the
Number 9 is most favorite and least favorite cards. I probably should have mine upright like you do. Um, I've mixed them up now. Doggone it.
Oh God.
My least my least favorite card, I know, is the I think it's the 5 of Fire because it's the foxes
Yeah.
and it's just yeah, the 3 of Fire is my favorite and the 4 of Fire is my least favorite. And I kind of get tired of people using the fox as fire. Like fox the fox to me is cunning and quick-witted and more of an air sign in a
Right.
lot of ways. But it seems like everybody wants to use the fox as a wand.
Right. Right.
So it's not that I don't like the card, it's just, that's the thing. And then the 3 of Fire, if you can see, those are the will o' the wisps, the lights in the swamp. And I thought how smart that is. That was just really clever, and I like the depiction of that
Yeah.
because it's also the 3 of Wands is the foresight, like leading you, your inspiration,
Yeah.
inspiration? No, your intuition. Like it's how you can see ahead. And that's what you do with these will-o'-the-wisps is they lead you into the swamp.
Uh-huh.
And whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing, that's another
Right.
story.
Right. Are you there?
Oh yeah, I was waiting for you. It's your number 9.
Number 9. Which card in the deck most represents you right now? And I found it. It's the Ten of Cups. And
Oh,
the reason I say the Ten of Cups is because I'm at a point in my life where I'm happy and content. My husband and I have been married for 21 years and we're just happy and, nothing could be any better. I don't mean to sound smug or anything, but we're
oh
just
no.
we're just happy and uh, content, and we're just at a Ten of Cups point in our life that you know uh, we're happy.
I think that's great. I think there's nothing wrong with being in family bliss, right?
Right? I mean, everything is rainbows. It's happy. It's good.
Yeah, I can't wait for my husband and I to be single. That's what we call it because, the kids take a lot out of you.
Yeah, yeah. Our kids
Um,
are grown, and we love to go see them, and they come see us, and it's wonderful.
oh, that sounds great. You have grandkids?
Yes, we have 12 grandkids.
Oh my heavens. That
Yeah.
would take a lot. That would take a lot out of me. Of course,
Well,
I
they have
I
to
have
live
the
far.
job of babysitting right now. So.
Yeah. We don't get to see them that often because they live a distance away.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, my son's in New Zealand, so if he has a baby, I won't see them very often either.
Yeah, that's a long way away for you.
Yeah. Okay, number 10. What card in this deck gives you a unique spin on your regular opinion of that card? And I can't remember what I chose at first, but I'm definitely going to say the Hierophant, the Wisdom Keeper,
Yeah.
because this is a shaman. This depicts, it could be Mongolian, it could be Native American. It really looks Mongolian to me, but definitely is a different spin on the Hierophant for me.
Is it?
So let me look this up and see if it has something that I could just read. And of course, the major arcana is in the back of the book.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
17. Okay, the Wisdom Keeper. Hmm. Let's see. Look at the journey you've been on. When did it begin? What were your hopes, your fears? What have you discovered about yourself? So the Wisdom Keeper card is before you suddenly study it carefully. What is your eye drawn to? Now that's not telling me anything. Hold on.
Well, this one's good.
Okay.
You want me to read?
Yeah, read it.
It said in its simplest form, the Hierophant represents a mentor or teacher. This card signifies a hunger for knowledge, whether in its practical or spiritual realm. You've come as far as you can or on your own. Now it's time to deepen your practice. Don't hesitate. Join a class, go to a workshop. Don't be afraid of new experiences. A new ceremony or ritual may prove to be both comforting and rewarding. Open your heart, and your teacher will soon appear.
Awesome. Well, I've wanted to be in a class. That makes sense. I really would like to get some kind of official um, education on this.
Yeah,
This description really is just describing the card. It's not telling me about any deeper meaning.
oh,
Yeah. Sharp intake of breath. It's just describing the card, so that's okay. I might I might find something more about it later, but that was my number 10, and um I don't know that I had anything else about this deck I wanted to say. Like I said to you before, I don't believe I said it to our audience, but this is the only deck where I've read the guidebook front to back.
yeah,
Um, it it's pretty amazing. Like I enjoyed it.
yeah,
It's not unusual per se, but it's just one of those things where uh, don't usually do that. So, um, maybe I'll have a new experience with this now that I've asked it some questions.
right. Well, my number 10 is the deck's favorite spread, and that is going to be the one that's energy obstacle advice.
Mm,
So I'll do that. And I learned that one from Lisa Pepez. She does that one a lot.
I love Lisa. I love to watch
Uh,
her.
yeah, she's good. And that's the Empress, the Daughter of Wands, and the Three of Wands. The energy would be, I would say, uh, oh, my mind went blank. Feminine.
What are they again? The Daughter of Wands?
The Daughter of Wands would be the Page.
Oh, okay.
And then the Three of Wands,
Did you get all wands? What's the first one again?
the Empress,
Oh, the Empress, right. Oh, she's the mother.
the
She's the
Mother. My mind went blank. I was wanting to
That's okay.
say a feminine energy.
Right. She is. Venus is her counterpart, right? It's her.
Yes, yes, the Mother. And then you got the Page.
And then the three is the Three of Wands is what I was talking about before, foresight, right? The looking into the future, kind of
Yes, yes, that's what I got.
predicting where
Window.
you're heading. Right. Oh, that's a window. Nice.
Yeah, the window. So anyway, that's what.
What does the tree symbolize for the Empress in your deck?
I'm not sure. Let me see what the book says here.
Awesome.
Oh, got the majors at the back here too.
Who knew we would have that?
Creation, nature, the mother,
Creation.
nature.
Mhm. I used to listen to a podcast, the Fortune's Wheelhouse podcast,
Uh huh.
and they were describing the Empress, talking about in the Rider-Waite-Smith, she has a forest behind her, and there's some different opinions about what kind of trees those are. Like if it's a cypress tree grove or if it's hawthorn or something. And it's funny to me how very specific people can get with these very simple uh, depictions, these simple drawings and illustrations. Um, I personally don't think I could figure out what kind of trees those were if I just looked at it.
Right.
It's a very deep card. It's a very cool card.
Yeah.
I like the creativity that's interpreted with that too. Just you aren't just creating life like as a mother, but you're creating more things around you. Like you're creating a sacred space in your home
Yeah.
for what you do, and creating a comfortable lifestyle by cleaning your house. That's all creation. It's just it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be motherhood. That's really cool.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. It's deep.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Kimmy. This has been so much fun. You don't mind me calling you Kimmy, right? Because that's how
No,
I know
that's
you.
my name. That's my real name.
Okay.
That's what people
The
call me.
good. I just was thinking sometimes you say Kim, and I didn't want you to think I was
No, no, that's my real name.
cool.
So you're fine.
Thanks. Well, I'd like to do this again. We're going to have to figure out how live does.
Okay. Sure.
I'm glad Coco was able to join us. I don't see anybody else in the viewing, but that was fun to
Yeah.
know that somebody's out there.
Right.
um, but
Okay.
I
Well, thank.
guess that's the end, and we'll schedule another fun collaboration.
Okay. Sounds like fun.
Yep. Bye, guys. You
All
guys
right.
have a
Bye
great
bye.
week.
See you later.